Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, we've been here in in a month. I haven't uploaded anything, with the holidays and with my exams and shit. I didn't have time to film, but I think I'm going to post a lot of video from now on. I always say this shit. It's not about consistency. It's just life, just life. I know that I have to look at this point, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, right? I'm talking to you, but I look crazy if I talk like this. So I'm gonna stick with my template shit. I'm gonna speak to you. That's me. Guys, life been crazy. There's a lot of things that I want to update y'all, but I don't know, what do you want to know? Tell me, what do you want to know, that I will let you know in the next video, okay? If you have any questions, please let me know, because I really don't know what to talk to you. Like, do you want to know about my life? Do you want to know my work? About my love? So today's video is about me reacting to this video that Vice did. I'm gonna let the link of this video in the description so you can watch the full. I'm not gonna react to the full video because it's like 15 minutes and I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but I'm going to do some topics that they talked about it. And yeah, let's go to react to this video because this is crazy. As you may know, I use my glasses when I'm doing reaction video or when I need to read something. So I'm going to use it now for this reaction video, and I'm going to take it off to talk to you. I don't know if I look stupid, if my face is good, if my, everything's good. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. My face is kind of weird right now. It's better if I don't do nothing. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna leave it like this because I need to do my hair. Anyway, let's go straight to the video. Let's react to this feminist and abortion, trans right, and a lot of shit. So let's get into it.
In other words, we're here to talk about feminism. First, I just want to say, we know we can't represent everybody's views, but we did try our best to bring together a diverse group of women today.
Wow, yeah, that's kind of diverse, yeah.
I saw your hand.
I think that depends on the definition of feminism. I strongly think that feminism is more of an action than an identity. I would say it's uplifting all women. And
no, I think no. Go to Google, see different translation of feminism, and you will see that the original feminism is equality for rights for both men and women. That's fucking simple. It's not just for women, it's for everyone. Feminism exists not just for women, it's for every single person. Saying that is not an organization, but it is a thing just for women in general. It's not good. It's not the right definition. So you should shut the fuck up.
which case it's very alive. At the same time, if we do follow that definition, feminism has splintered off into so many different areas that you can look at people like Sheryl Sandberg who say you should just get another nanny if you feel oppressed. And if we're talking about that kind of feminism, yeah, it's pretty dead.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the human race exists, feminism will never be dead. There's something that we're always going to have to strive and work towards to make sure that there's equality. So feminism is not dead.
I don't know that it can die. As long as there's power and oppression, there will be people fighting for equity. And until that somehow goes away, feminism is alive and well.
I think feminism isn't actually about equality. It's about equality when it benefits us. I think feminism is really about women wanting special privileges and treatment at the expense of men often. And I think it's alive and well, sadly.
I'm gonna put my take on this, what I think about feminism. I really don't give a fuck. The only thing that I want is people to respect each other. I don't care if you are a tree, if you are a fish, you deserve rights. Well, I'm joking, right? Because I eat fish, so how can I be respectful to a fish if I eat them, right? That was stupid of me, but you get what I mean. Like, it's human rights, you know? You should respect others. Don't care about their gender. Don't care about what their like specification in life, you know? That is what we should fight for. We shouldn't fight for, oh my god, I should have rights because I'm this. I should have rights because of that. I should have rights because of that. I think we create a division. We create a division when we create LGBTQ+, when we create BLM movement, when we create feminism. We create like small groups that have one thing in common, that is human rights. That's the only thing that we all fight. But we love to put ourselves into boxes, you know? Oh my god, I'm this, so I should be here. Oh my god, I'm this, so I be there. Oh my god, I'm this, so I should be here. No, we all should fight for the same thing and not create different boxes. Stop with that.
I think feminism is also alive and well. There are different kinds of feminism, right? Like, that is obvious. And for me, as a womanist, as a Black feminist, right, as someone who's really thinking about human rights, dignity, right, equity, right, as long as that need isn't met, we're still gonna keep fighting.
I'd say it's alive and well. I'd say that it's also very nuanced, and I think what it looks like is gonna differ depending on where you are in the world. For me, I just see it as a lens, which isn't necessarily antagonistic or protagonistic. It's just a useful tool.
Similar to what Pearl just said, I find that a lot of feminist ideology and thought today feels more of like a supremacist movement rather than something that is supposed to be advancing the goals of equality. I don't think that we can really term what's going on as feminism because it looks so different to, I think, the earlier feminist movement.
Exactly, that is what I wanted to say, because when you look at feminism back then, it was all about women wanted to vote, women wanted to work, you know? And nowadays, feminism is just saying, oh, women should only wear a bra. Women can wear whatever they want. Women can be this, women can be that. But no, that's not feminism. That's stupidity. That's devil. That's fucking devil. And today age, if you don't agree with the feminist, you are like, I don't know, you are Hitler. You kind of are Hitler if you don't agree with the feminism. Of course you are, because they're just jump. Even if you are a woman and if you don't agree with certain aspects that feminists have, they will come at you and they will like hate you, and you'll say, oh, you're not a woman. Do you hate women? Do you hate women? Because what you're saying is like hateful to us. Like, bitch, I am a fucking woman. I can say whatever I want. Just because I'm not a feminist like you, doesn't mean that I hate you, woman. Like, shut the fuck up.
And so in that way, I would say it's taken its last breaths of life. It's dying.
Yeah, I definitely think it's getting more and more radicalized, for sure. So it's definitely still alive.
Yeah, I agree. It's very radical right nowadays. Feminism is really radical, as everything. Every organization is nowadays fucking radical. You cannot be in a common sense area. You cannot have common sense and fight for your rights. You cannot do that. You cannot be like that. You should be the radical, or radical right or radical left. You cannot be in center nowadays. I don't understand why.
I think I'll preface and say that I don't know so much about modern Western feminism, and there might be a lot of terms that I don't know, like political jargon and stuff. But I believe in the advancement of women, whoever considers themselves a woman. I think there's a deficiency in society. So it's deeply rooted that feminism has always existed. I think America's a little obsessed with themselves, and it's like always feminism is rooted in America. And like, oh, white women started it. And it's kind of offensive because for thousands of years, women have been dying for their rights.
I think as a Black woman specifically, when you talk about feminism, yeah, the mainstream first thing you think about is a certain type of feminism that tends to exclude still, even today, even with intersectional feminism.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Feminism is a feminism. Maybe it was a white man or a white woman that started. That's why, and they speak a lot. That's why when you think about feminists, you think about a white person. I don't think about a white person. I just think about a person that is fighting for human rights. Saying that just because you're black, you don't feel represented. That's because we black people, we don't care about this fucking shit. We only started to think to care about this stuff just now. We the only thing that we care, and I'm not saying every black person, I'm saying that the only thing that we care is about money, is about sex, is about girls, is about this, is about that. Like, I'm saying that, and black Americans, the most, they're just like that. I'm not saying everyone, but black Americans are just like that. They don't care about these movements. They only care about these movements when they benefit of this. Like now we all women, we benefit of this fucking movement.
With that, I think life is easier if you're a girl. Actually,
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of
advantage.
benefits that men don't have. I'm not going to speak anything to race. I'm just talking about gender specifically. It's usually like an excuse. Like, honestly, I think as a girl, you have equal opportunity in the world. I think there's benefits. Like, for example, we have quotas for women in specific jobs that are given to us that aren't given to men. So yeah, I would say it's easier being a girl.
And why these, what you're calling
because we
privileges
want special
exist.
treatment.
No, it's because there have historically and presently in most jobs been fewer women, and because of sexism.
How is it sexism when we have no barriers today? So we can pick
has
what
no
we want to
barriers?
pick.
It doesn't have barriers.
Women don't have barriers?
Women, yeah. What's
We have
stopping
no
you? You can do
barriers.
whatever you want. What's
I
stopping
can
you?
or you can?
What's stopping you? As a woman.
As a woman.
As a woman.
See, that ignores.
Oh my god, why you have to take everything personal? She's saying that nowadays woman doesn't have any barriers. In America, I'm talking about American because they are in America. In America, woman doesn't have any barriers. You can work, you can be a stripper, you can be a mother, you can be whatever you want. They don't give a fuck because of these movements, you know? So you're saying that women nowadays have barriers? In America, you are fucking stupid because you don't have barriers. Show me the barriers. Show me the fucking barriers. What barriers are you talking about? Show me the barriers and I might agree with you because I can't think any of the barriers that you're saying that we have right now. Like, oh my god, women have a lot of barriers. Oh my god, women have a lot of barriers. What barriers? I don't know.
There's a lot that I'm a woman with a disability, so there's a lot stopping me that you don't have to think about.
Well, as I
you don't
said
have to
before, I'm
think about.
speaking about women. I'm not.
You're
I'm
speaking
not,
you're speaking for yourself.
You're speaking as
an able-bodied white woman.
I
that is
understand.
white.
Represents white.
Of course, there's going to be other barriers if you're disabled. I'm sure. Like I'm.
Yeah, she has to speak about her experience, what she experienced. She cannot talk about disabled people because she's not disabled. Like what the fuck? Do you want her to speak about disabled people when she doesn't know what disabled people pass through? It's like me explaining to a white woman what it is to be black. Like, how can she know that? How can she know that? They ask a question and she asks the question related to a woman in general. Of course, if you are disabled, of course you have barriers that I don't have. That makes sense. We are not talking about those barriers. We are talking about barriers as a woman. As a woman, what barriers do you have in this modern age? That was the question.
I'm talking about as a woman.
So you're just going to ignore
White
the
women
pay
have it
gap.
easier, yes. I would agree.
What?
You're just going to ignore the pay gap, regulation over bodies.
Pay gap has been proven and debunked
pay gap doesn't
endlessly,
exist.
my friend.
It doesn't.
That's so funny.
It's the industries that.
Pay gap. Look, in every conversation, there's one stupid person. I'm not calling her stupid. There's always one stupid person that brings a pay gap conversation in every fucking debate. What do you mean about pay gap in work? Are you saying that women receive less than men? Sure. let's say we take more vacation, not vacation, but we take more time out because we have 9 months that we have a baby, and then 1 to 2 years that we have to sustain that baby. So we took that time out for each baby, okay? For each pregnancy, we took that time out. Men don't. We don't have works like trash. We don't take trash. Well, I didn't see any woman in my street or in my city or in my country taking trash. It's always a man. So in that sense, you don't receive much. Let's see, electrician. The electrician that I know, it's always a man. So of course, you're not gonna receive more in that area. One more. The only like work area that I can see that a woman can receive more than a man is in fashion. Maybe it's in fashion, it's as a doctor, maybe, you know. So you're talking about pay gap, but where are you talking about pay gap? In the same organization, men receive more than women. So why you as a woman don't ask your boss to raise if you think that you're better than this person that is receiving more than you and you're doing the same job? Why don't you go there and ask for a raise? If they don't raise you, you go out of that organization, you go to another one, and I'm sure nowadays there are some organizations that will pay you more than a man because they want to be woke. So what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Pay gap, but it's because women don't want to do the hardest industries.
I don't think it's that simple. I think that's an oversimplification. I think the fact of the matter is that women structure their lives differently to men. Men don't give birth.
I agree, bro. I agree,
have
babe.
to carry
That's what I
pregnancies.
said.
Men don't have to be the.
I agree with you. Like, you don't wanna work in trash. You don't wanna work as an engineer. I'm not saying every woman. You don't wanna be an electricist. Like, you don't wanna take those hard jobs, and then you're gonna talk about pay gap. Shut the fuck up.
Primary caregiver most of the time. Women also don't hold jobs for as long as men do. They often will stop and start. They'll go back into work. They'll take time off. They'll take part-time jobs. The way that men work and women work are astronomically different. And to try to say that they're comparable is where this issue comes from. They're not comparable.
Two things. First of all, let's dig into why they think that they should take these jobs, which is societal sexism. And then also, Department of Labor, all statistics, at least speaking in the US, have found that when compared for the same jobs, there still is a pay gap, particularly when it pertains to race.
Because 60% of women have never asked for a raise. So how can you complain about your pay?
Society is telling you not to work in like the place where you take trash. Society is telling you not to work as a electricist. Society. So now you're not going to put this issue on men, but we're going to put this issue on society. See, we are always blaming someone. Oh, it's because society. Oh, it's because of men. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because I'm a disability. Oh, because of this. Oh, because I'm white. Oh, because I'm black. Oh, because... Like, no, there's no pay fucking gap. You don't work as that shit because you don't want, because it's hard. That's the only reason. That's not society. Because if you study, if you want something, you go and get it, and you can do it. If you don't want to do it, it's because you don't want to do it, right?
Why are they not asking?
Wait, what happens when women ask for a raise? Sorry, I've been wanting to say something, but I want to be respectful. I don't want to interrupt people, and I want to let them finish their thoughts.
Jump in,
but
go through the wall.
It is a very privileged label, right, to be able to say that you're feminist, right? And I say that because I come from a working class background of Dominican immigrant parents. My mother would not necessarily identify as a feminist. I look to my mother, and I do think of her as a feminist. A lot of my ideas and my empowerment comes from seeing her survive and put food on the table. When I'm thinking about feminism, I'm always thinking about who's not part of the conversation. What are the barriers? How do we think about equity? How do we think about self-empowerment and agency and having a voice, right, and having choice? And thinking about our basic human rights, education, access to health, homes, having bread, having food, and those things are very important, right? And they're at the crux, right, of what a lot of us here know that we need. It's there are the barriers, right, that we constantly ignore that are very much systemic and microaggressive, right? We see them and experience them every day.
Like what in the U.S.?
So,
like what?
What would you like to know an example of?
I know you said that there's barriers. I want to know what barriers in the U.S. today as a woman.
Well, as a woman or as a woman of color? Let's be specific.
Girl, she asked you what barriers. You said what you want to do. She said, you said that it was some barriers that women nowadays in US live. And you say, as a black woman or as a woman? Bitch, is as a woman. What are we talking right now? We are talking about feminism. Feminism, as you said, is not regarding to woman. Doesn't care if you are disabled, doesn't care if you are black, doesn't care if you are this. She asked you that, and you turn that shit into racial. Like, she just asked you what barriers that woman nowadays in front, and you say as a black man or as a black woman or as a woman. Be specific. No, she asked you a specific question. Stop being dumb. Stop being woke. Stop saying, look, if you don't know the answer, shut the fuck up. This is a debate. This is a fucking debate. If you don't know how to answer, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Saying that a question is hostile, because they are not speaking about specific situation. They are not speaking about this, that. They speak in feminism and why feminism is important, and regarding the I don't know. And Pearl asks you what barriers does woman in front right now in US, and you said what barriers as a black woman or as a woman. As a woman, girl, we are discussing about woman. That's not what feminist as in your definition is. So why is this question hostile? If it's hostile, don't come to a debate. Like, stay at home. So guys, I'm going to divide this reaction into, what the fuck is this? I'm going to divide this reaction in two. So I'm going to do a second part tomorrow because I have to go out. Yeah, this is the video. We are going to talk more because we have to talk about abortion and trans rights and the Me Too hashtag. So stay tuned for the next part of this video. It will go tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but tomorrow when this video is out, the next day I will upload the second part. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening and see you in the next video. Bye.